Sky Squad, we are back in the building. Happy Friday. It's good to be back, baby. We got some things to talk about with regards to Married to Medicine, as well as some tea on the Real Housewives of Dubai. So, before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Join the Sky Squad community, baby. Lots coming up, lots going down. So, be sure to stick around because you don't want to miss any of this. All right, so Dubai. Let's talk about Dubai, okay? So y'all remember Olivia from Love and Hip Hop season 1, okay? Circa season 1. you know, Olivia was a part of the G Unit. Oh, yes, she was. I don't know if you guys may recall. It's time to get wild tonight, okay? Um But she was also a former star of the original incarnation of Love and Hip Hop. You know, the one with Chrissy on it, Samaya, um, and I think that was Mashonda that was on it. But then, I mean, the breakout season, no. Season 1 was epic. Season 2 was on fire, okay? And Olivia was a part of the mix. Now, Olivia was not the most dramatic character on that show. So, but she had an interesting storyline and an interesting connection to hip hop, as well as a great relationship with Mona Scott Young. And she had a story to tell. She was, ever trying to complete this album, okay, involved with Rich Dollars, okay. That's what I felt like most of us were first introduced to Rich. So now, word on the curb, it's been some years since that, and she's resurfaced on Love and Hip Hop since then. But word on the curb is that she is now preparing to potentially be a new housewife of Dubai. I don't know whether or not Olivia is married at this point, but where we get this information from is our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Okay. So during an interview with DJ Fat is Back, okay, you guys can click on I watched the interview. It's about 10 minutes long. You're going to click on this link on that the Neighborhood Talk posted. The DJ's website is going to come up when you click on the link in the bio, and you guys can watch the interview. You can jump to the interview on YouTube. It's only about 10 minutes long, but if you are interested in Olivia and you remember her from Love and Hip Hop, then I think you'll find this very interesting. She does talk about the potential to develop a residency, or is in talks to have a residency potentially in Dubai. So I'm assuming that this is how she would be incorporated into it. So in the interview, she does tease that her team has been in communication with the producers of the Real Housewives of Dubai, and she doesn't really know much about, how the deal is going. She says it's going good thus far, but she stays out of that part of the negotiations and all that kind of stuff like that, and she lets her team handle that. So, I saw this last night, but honestly, y'all, I was still jet lagged and I was trying to, I was in the middle of sleeping and whatnot. Okay, when I synced it. All right. But definitely go watch the interview. And again, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for posting that. It seems so random to me. Like, here's why. Okay. Let me give you my honest opinion about this. And this is no shade or disrespect to Olivia and whatever she has going on right now. And if this is a new way for her to get her coins, then by all means, sis, I want you to get it and get all of the coins that you can possibly get. However, from the Housewives fan perspective, unless this is a natural fit, you have natural ties to the group, you are naturally really good friends or associates with someone, or family with someone who is there. To me, this doesn't make sense. Olivia, again, was not the most dramatic personality on the show when she was on it. So I don't necessarily know, and not every character needs to be dramatic, but we know what we're looking for in housewives these days. And to be quite honest with you, I would prefer to get to know some names that I don't already know. You know, they've already kind of done that with Dubai, with the Phaedra coming in, and with, Caroline Stanbury from Ladies of London, and Lisa Milan from, College Hill. And I just don't know, unless she knows someone there, and unless she's going to be there on, again, on a full-time basis. And of course, this residency would definitely take her there. I just don't know if I want to see it, because I need for it to be organic, and I need for her to be willing to bring whatever fire she is going to bring. And I don't need, somebody that's just not, I don't need another name that's going to be more concerned about their brand than they are about delivering great television that is natural, organic, and fun. Okay. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. So now let's move over to Married to Medicine. So the interesting thing is, I was gone on vacation for about a week and a half, really. So I really missed like 2 episodes of Married to Medicine. I did catch up on both of those episodes of Married to Medicine, and I will be reviewing the next episode coming up this coming Monday. However, we got to talk about this robbery that Anila has experienced, and we're going to do so, but we're going to do so in the context of something that Quad posted. But before I get to that, the tea on the streets is spilling from Miss Quad and Dr. Heavenly that allegedly Dr. Heavenly almost got that tail popped on, okay, at that good Married to Medicine reunion. Okay. So basically, this is a clip. I'm assuming it's taken from Dr. Heavenly's YouTube page, because she goes live and she has great conversations with, either stars of her show or friends of hers in the entertainment industry. And in this particular conversation, shout out to Jay's Reality Blog, because this is the first place that I happened to catch it. She and Dr. Heavenly were kind of talking about, was Toya set up at Quad's party? And I also have to acknowledge that Funky Dineva was in this clip as well. I don't know if they just, I guess it's just the way they cut it here for this post. But just to let you guys know, it was Funky Dineva, Dr. Heavenly, and Quad. And they were talking about, whether or not, Toya was set up by having the girl Zaina there, and they were talking about security. And Quad was like, yeah, there's security there, but it should have been more security at the reunion, because that's where you almost got your ASS beat. Okay. And so Dr. Heavenly is like, now hold on, now you can't be talking about the reunion. And I feel like Dr. Heavenly had kind of said something like this before with Dr. When she was on live with Dr. Jackie right after the reunion. So I kind of feel like some shenanigans went on there. But if you guys haven't seen this clip, please watch it. It is super funny. It is super funny. But I wanted to go into more detail about this break-in that Anila experienced. Now, it has become a hot button topic on Married to Medicine, and it's taken a very interesting turn to me. And so I wanted to point out something on the Peach Report Daily, because there is a new clip going around. Now, the clip going around basically shows Quad telling Anila how some of the ladies reacted to her burglary. Now, in order for us to really dive into the discussion, we have to understand what happened after the burglary. So 2 days before the burglary, apparently, that was when the whole debacle happened with Toya mushing Audra. But before that, you guys may recall that Quad had invited Zaina, who used to be friends with Toya. Zaina rode with Anila to the party because they all live in the same neighborhood. And apparently, these were some ladies that were allegedly discussing Toya allegedly having an affair. Okay. All these allegations. Let me put the alleged badge up here. So 2 days later, Anila's house gets robbed. Okay. So after that, apparently at some point in time, someone told, I think it was Carrie, who told Anila that someone had a hit out on her. Okay. And so, because her house was the only house in the neighborhood that got broken into, she believes that this was a planned, premeditated attack. But in my mind, I'm like, aren't most robberies? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, and so the finger pointing began almost immediately after we found out about the robbery on the show. It was like pretty much people were kind of looking or pointing the finger in Toya's direction as if Toya somehow masterminded a hit, a robbery on that good old Anila, the celebrity blogger. Now, let me say something to y'all. I just when I don't like stuff like this for real, because I feel like now y'all know Toya ain't. Now you ain't got to like Toya, but for what reason would she have, okay, to call some burglars? Hold on. To call the burglary, okay, to call the burglar people, okay, wherever you call them from, okay, 1-800 burglar. I'm gonna need y'all to show my friend who's boss, okay? This'll teach her, and then dial 1-800 burglar. This is what I want you to do. This the address, okay? This is when they're gonna be home. I need you to case the place, okay? Yeah, case the place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that'll be $75. Okay, yeah, because you'll get some goods in there. She got some of the stuff is real. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, but make sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Bye. So y'all want me to believe Toya did that? Okay. So anyway, there's a scene where they FaceTime Anila, and they check on how she's doing or whatever like that, and then you know contestants asking questions about the security cameras, and Simone's kind of laughing in the background. It's an interesting scene. I get it. Because I feel like if somebody does get robbed, you're gonna have questions. But you know, I don't know. I almost feel like some of the ladies didn't have really a lot of compassion for her. I can understand maybe why Toya wouldn't have compassion, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's crazy to me. I just don't believe Toya had anything to do with it. I do believe Toya could have shown a little bit more compassion, but I don't believe she had anything to do with it. Anyway, let's get to what Quad had to say when she posted about the clip of her telling Anila how the girls reacted. Okay. She says, I only felt it was right to fill Anila in. Actually, in our everyday lives, every person who calls themselves a friend does just that, update their friends. I'm really not with being fake towards one another or misinformed when it comes to what's said during the filming of episodes. Lies are told everywhere, but when you get to the reunion, it's mum's the word. Quiet as church mice. I never knew it would be so hard for older women, to take accountability, own and apologize for what they've said. I certainly don't have a problem with doing it. I'm straightforward. I voice my intent, apologize when wrong, and present big facts as I sit back and watch. Some try to poke holes in the Teflon truth, and others sit quietly with egg dripping from their faces. However, our viewers will see through all of it as facts, always offers clarity and dispels lies, period. Continue watching. So then, okay, this is on the Peach Reports page on Instagram. Be sure to follow them for all the Housewives related content, the ones we like, okay? And Dr. Simone, who jumped into the conversation and says, I rarely address things on social media. However, anyone willing to accuse another castmate coworker of unlawfully breaking into someone's home is slander when there's absolutely zero proof. Furthermore, reunion was nowhere near quiet, and apologies were made when appropriately needed. Some of us need a strong look in the mirror or another group of friends. I'm just saying. Okay. Um I mean, okay. I mean, listen. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Married to Medicine is about to explode. Okay. So I can't wait to see what happens on this episode and see how this whole thing pans out. This whole, and I just got to say it. I understand the idea sometimes of making a life event into a storyline. I do think though that some life events don't need to be made into a storyline on the show. It happened. It's enough to have to recover from it, but then to start to insinuate another cast member might have put a hit out. It's just a little ludicrous to me. I don't know. I just can't imagine Toya sitting up in her Gucci in her house in her bathtub, relaxing, thinking to herself, let me call 1-800 burglar and I got to show Anila who's boss. She gonna learn today. I just can't picture it. Okay, I don't know. That's just me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Also, I felt like Quad was not wrong to necessarily tell Anila how the other ladies reacted. Because I feel like that's just what they do on the show. So it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chatterization down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.